So like I said, the YouTube channel is there for you. We have different set of videos there. You know, we have a tutorial that shows you the back end of the site, what each of those thing means, and then we have a video that is teaching you how to make withdrawals and all of that on the channel. We have a video explaining the slide. So okay, you have the slide, you want to explain to somebody, you can always give them the link to a video. And we have the official marketing video for the general system that we have here on the YouTube channel. We have other ones that are now made specifically for Forex and they are all here. So you know, we have a lot of resources there already, and then more. So it is important. So it is important that you take advantage of that. So also our Instagram handle is there, Facebook page is there, and then our Twitter page. So that said, let me move to what we have for today. So let me log into an account so that I can be able to show you the back end and walk you through it quickly. So let me just log into this account and let's see what we have there. So once you register and then I'm also saying this so that you can be able to explain to your prospect, your downlines. Once they register, this upline of your thing will not show, the value will not show until they activate, but then the backend will be the same. So once you activate your account, once your account is activated, you come to my course and select one of the 3 courses that we have there. You know, this account has already selected e-commerce, and please note, the selection can only be done once. So you cannot choose crypto today and log into that same account and choose e-commerce. Once you have that done, once you've selected a club, then for that account is already selected. For people that have combo accounts, combo pack, that bought combo pack, I mean, you just have to do one of the accounts for each of the club, and then like that, the other for the other, the other for the other, and you are good. So at this point, this is where you see, you view the material. We have different material, PDF, documents, we have Microsoft documents, slides, and all of that in the course material. In the area of the videos, we have recorded videos teaching you step by step what to do for whatever it is, whatever academy you are talking about. And for the academies that have signals like the crypto and the e-commerce, if you click on this signal, currently we have signals drop on Telegram, and then just for team building, soon enough we would have them restricted to this area alone. So you need to get familiar to your backend so that you can always check. And then one beautiful thing about this is once the signal drops in this angle, it drops as an SMS on your phone and drop as a mail, as an email to your mail. So one thing I need you to know is that if you don't have a DND on your line, it will drop as SMS. But if you have activated DND, you will not get any SMS from us. Not because it's our fault, but your network provider already blocked SMS from entering into your phone. I need you to understand that. So you might need to deactivate DND to be able to do all of that. So it is really that simple. So once you get to hear people get all of that, and you are not getting it, just find a way to deactivate the DND that is already on your account. I believe you are following me. So to register downline, so what this is all about is you can choose to register downline, your new downlines from your own account. So let's say that this particular account have made above $71, $72 that is required to register people in this academy. So imagine I've made all of that. See what the account says. Say you have insufficient balance in your wallet to register a downline. So let's say we have more than needed there. You can register this person with the money you've made from the system. I don't mean from your trading. I mean from the referral system that you've already done in this system, and then collect the money they are paying in your own account and then register them. It's still the same thing, and then it's easier that way and then faster that way also. So e-wallet, what do we do for this? We also use this for downline registration as well. But then let's say you are a leader I know you are a leader. So, and then you want to buy and hold, let's say 10 or 20 pin, registration pin. So just so that you can be able to quickly monitor and then distribute to your downlines when they register. So you can buy bulk pin and then it will be forwarded into your e-wallet. So when you need them, you can now generate them from your e-wallet and register. So it's as good as you are now a wholesaler for the company in terms of the registration pin. So reward, when you register people in Vinance, you make $5 referral bonus. And when you close different matrix, you earn a particular money depending on the matrix, on the stage you are closing. So award, these are what section talks about. Which award have you closed? These accounts have closed the bronze award. So you will see it there once you open it. One of the things you need to do is the fact that once you register into your account, log into your backend, you need to come here and click on BTC wallet for withdrawal. So this is where you put your BTC wallet so that it is always there waiting for payment. And then this is where you put your bank details. So anytime you want to withdraw, it is very important that we have your bank details. And the only way you can pass that across to us is to make sure that before you make a withdrawal, you already have your account, here successfully. Put it there, okay, the bank, the account number, and then the account name already there easily. So it's easier for the system to pick the account and then send the money there straight without any issue. So if you have any issue and you can't talk to your upline cannot solve it, you can come to the support ticket and create a support ticket. You can be sure you will get fast and quick response. So genealogy, this is where you see who is in your genealogy and all of that. If you can remember, there's a pin I was talking about in the other earlier today. I was talking about a particular pin that you need to input when you are registering. This is where you have that. You can always change it anytime you want to change it. And then you can also set some other things alongside just to make the security of your system better. So I believe I've been able to brush through what is necessary for the back end. So let's get into the question of the day. How do I get started trading in Forex Academy? We'll still do for people, we'll still do for e-commerce and all of that. But today we are focusing on Forex. And then now let me quickly run through a few things. When you want to start trading Forex, you need to understand that Forex is not magic. It's not a magical way of making money. It's just like any other business. And we said it is trading, not magic. Trading is not an ancient word. It's not a strange word. If you go to any market, you see that people are trading. So when you come into the market with the mindset of a money doubler or somebody that wants to make money rich, you might not really get the best out of the market. You might eventually shoot yourself in the leg. But when you come into the market with a businessman mentality, someone that wants to trade and make profit, you will understand that the mindset is the same regardless of what you are trading. So either you are selling food or you are selling clothes or you are trading currency, you need to have the mind of a trader. And then once we get into this talk, you will understand what I'm talking about. So you don't just come in and then start biting more than your account can chew. And that's one of the reasons people get to lose money, blow accounts, and all sorts of issues that we have today. Of course, some did it out of sheer ignorance and innocence, but then whichever way, we say that you don't have to learn by your own experience. They said experience is the best teacher, provided it is not yours. So the reason we are saying all of this, the reason we are teaching all of this, shouting every day, doing videos, and making sure that you get the right principle and the right steps to take, is so that you don't have to learn with your own experience. If we have to learn by each mistake we make every day, we'll not go far in life. We have more injuries than we can handle. So experience is the best teacher, truly, but provided it is not yours. And that's why we recommend, even if you have $1,000 or $1 million to start with, do a few days of demo trading. Learn how the market works first before you jump into live trading. And then, so what are the steps I need to take when starting to trade Forex. Number one, you need to register a broker account. You need a broker account. So who is a broker? Now, the simplest way I can explain who a broker is to say that a broker is your bank. I mean, is your bank. So you want to trade in a market that is not physical. You are not, if you say we are trading Euro USD, you are not saying take Euro, give me USD. You are not touching the money. So you need someone that will bring you, that will be an intermediary between you and the market. So we have different, brokers in the world, a whole lot of them. In fact, countless of them. So some of them are, and brokers are naturally, mainly, the best of them, the most known of them are regulated such that you don't have to be scared. They cannot go with your money because they have to, they've been regulated. Just the right word to use. But then you can also get some brokers that are not, that have some people, brokers have different issues and you hear different likes and dislikes everywhere. But we have come to settle down for now with a broker called Hot Forex. And please note, they are not paying us for any advert. So we are saying this because we've done it, we've used them, and we felt it's okay to stay with them. So it's not because we are trying to market anything for them. You can choose any broker of your choice, but then we just recommend that you stay with, you use for Hot Forex. And that's why I'm going to be using their platform as an example to walk you through what I'm doing today. So now let's go to their few minutes, please. So here we have Hot Forex homepage. So because I have an account and then the username and password already saved here, that's why it's bringing this. But then because you are fresh or you are new or even you could be an existing person, existing customer with them, but for a new person, just click on register. So I'm going to click on register just to run you through how it feels. Now somebody asks me sometimes that should I put USD here or Naira or whatever it is I want to put. Now I believe you should do USD because it's easier. It's just the easiest way to go. So this basic information, you fill your phone number, all of that, and then you 6 plus 11 just to be sure you're not a robot. Then you click register, and then you can go on like that. And then the next stage, all of that. Now, one thing I want you to know where people get to have little issue with this Hot Forex or any broker registration is proof of address and few verification issue. I personally had issue with it because I personally detest going to the banking hall. I hate it with passion. And they said the best option I could use to prove my address is my bank statement, because bank statement will show the address of your house. I use it, one of the bank I use, okay, GT Bank. So GT uses, they put the address there, and then of course the address has to tally with what you filled when you started filling the information. So I had a statement of account that was like 6 months or 12 months old. They said it was not valid. I had another one that GT normally sent to my email every month. They said it's not valid. I presented, like 4-5 things that became invalid. I had to eventually walk into the banking or get it printed, just a page or two, and then scan it to them, just snap it and send it to them eventually before I skip through. Now, I will tell you that now, I think that's the easiest way to get past this whole thing. Just, decide you are going to do it, get to the bank, get your statement of address, unless you can get it electronically such that it will also have the address. That is all they need. That's what they need to show. So as soon as you submit that, in no time, your account is verified, and then you can now fund your account. Until you are verified, you cannot fund your account. One thing you can do, before your account is verified is that you can demo trade. Because before my account became verified, I did demo trading for a while. I think for a while I did demo trading. Now it was going well. It was when I decided I wanted to fund my account that I noticed it was I needed to just get past the verification before I can fund my account. So it's also a good way on your own side. It's also a security check on your own side. So it's good for them. It's a win-win situation if you look at it well. So once that is done, at every stage of this registration, they will send mail to your an email to your mail, the one you register with. I would recommend that you use an email that you can always the direct one to you, the email that you use often, so that it will not be that you are looking for the password to the email that they sent your login details into. So once you are done with your broker, you registered, and I recommend that even if you are going to start trading live account tomorrow, please also open a demo account, because once you start learning few things, you want to practice, and you cannot practice with a live account. You can practice with demo account. So let's say you saw a setup of a particular trend in a chart, and you felt, okay, I think this thing is going to buy. You can't do such a practice. You can't do such a practice on your live account. What if the trade goes wrong? So that's why we have demo account. Put that on your demo account and let's see how it works out. So by the time you do that a few times and you see that, wow, I think my analysis is going well, that's when you can have full confidence to now put such trade or such analysis on your live account. And if you come well, you can't just jump into a live account and start using untested analysis. People that generates the signals we use in Forex today, in Vinance Forex Club today. They've done a lot of research overnight, charting, TA, all sorts of matrices they use before we are able to enter a position or predict the movement or the direction of the market. But then, you are just learning, apart from the knowledge, you need confidence. And what can give you confidence if not results? So you need to be able to prove that what you are generating is also working, because eventually our goal is not for you to just be copying signal. Our goal is to have as many people as possible that on their own, they can sit down, do analysis, and generate signals for themselves without having to depend on the signal that we drop daily. That is our ultimate goal. And that's why we say we are not just here to make money, we are also here to make sure that you understand how you are making that money, so that anywhere, anyhow you find yourself, anywhere, anyhow, any country, you can always sit down with your phone or any gadget you have, get your stuff done, and then still make good money. So that said, and done, let me move to the next thing, and probably the last thing before I take question if there's any. How do you now move your the broker account or whatever it is you've created into a MetaTrader platform? Now, the MetaTrader platform that we use and we recommend that you use is MT4. So on MT4, for once you log in, because it's going to be on your phone, go to Play Store, download MT4. Once you get there, click on the part that's asking for your account number and for you to log in. You will need to do something which is very important. You need to input the server you are getting into. So this is how it works. When Forex send you a mail confirming your registration, there are three information that is very, very important: your account ID, your trader password, and then the server you are joining. So for example, it could be HF Market demo server, SD something, SV something. Make sure you look at that server very well. So make sure that you look at that server very well. And then be sure that you are searching for that same server. And then you need to be very sure that you are searching for the exact server, because this server looks very much alike. You need to be sure that you are searching for them. So once you get the server, you click on it, input your ID, input the password, and then you are in. One thing I also want you to know, many people don't know, but I want you to know, you can have more than one account running on your MT4 at the same time. So for example, for myself, on my phone, I have my live account running and I have my demo account running. So when I do some chatting and I want to test run the analysis, I switch to my demo, put the trade. When I'm sure or I need to take trade from the signal page, I switch to my live account and put it there. It is very easy to do. It is so easy to do. And then Forex allow you to do, I think, 3 accounts. So, the demo account, the premium account, and whichever one you want to choose with. So it is so simple to do. I don't know if there's anything I'm omitting or probably something I've not addressed, maybe a question or something. Okay, I think I have a question here. It's very easy to get GTB signed bank statements now without walking into the bank. Wow, that's cool. Very easy. Just log into your internet banking platform and click on account statement, and after that download, it should be automatically signed and stamped. But what I'm not so sure is, does it contain your address? Okay, if it does, then that's perfect. In fact, if I had known this, I wouldn't have to go through the pain of walking into the banking hall. Some of us don't like it at all. I don't like entry banking hall. I want to do my transaction without having to get to the bank. So thank you, Mr. James, for that. So if you are a GTB user, good for you. Just log into your app, download statement of account, and then boom, you are ready to go. You won't even have to step out of your house or your office. So you can see life is actually very easy. Life is actually very easy. So is there anything I'm omitting? Is there any question I need to answer before we call it a day? This is probably the first online training you are participating in, but week in, week out, we will have all of this. It might not be, of course, it won't be always me. Someone else will come, and then just to make sure that we are growing and we are getting better. I have another question here. Please give an example of lot size. Okay, thank you very much. Now, before I give an example of lot size, let me quickly tell you what lot size means. Now, the easiest way I can put it is, how large is your risk appetite? And not just about the risk appetite also. You can have a large risk appetite and then the risk appetite is bigger than your account. So I'm saying that lot size simply means that, okay, now the least possible with some broker, most broker, is 0.01. So I'm saying 0.01. 0.01 is the least possible. And then what does that mean? It means that for every trade you make, for every pip you make in the trade, either in your direction or against your direction, you are making or losing 1 cent for a trade that is going on 0.01 lot size. So if your trade is on 0.01 and then you have 10 pips, so that is 10 cents. If you have 100 pips, that is $1, and then it works like that. That's 0.01. I don't know if you understand. So if you have 10 pips, you have $1, and then you can do all of that. And then you can do 0.02, 0.03, 0.09, 0.1. I've seen lot size of 20 before, standard lot size of 20. So let me explain. So the second decimal position is in cents. So if you have 1 pip, is 1 cent. If your lot size is 0.01, every pip give you 1 cent. So if it is 0.02, every pip give you 2 cents, and it's like that. So let's now say you have 0.1 as your lot size. So it means for every pip, it is $1. For every pip for or against your trade, it is $1. So if you have 0.03, for every pip for or against you, it is $3. So for example, if you look at just one of our trades last week, a particular trade did 70 pips. Let's say you did 70 pips on a lot size of 0.2. That's $140 already. Now, and then one of the things that also affect the lot size is the size of the account. You can't be trading a $200 account or a $100 account and be using 0.0 or 0.1. Soon later, I mean, you will most likely blow the account. You will most likely lose your money. So I hope I'm explaining that already. So that is for the unit decimal point now. But if you now get to the standard lot, that is 0.1. 0.1, a loss of 0.1 simply means that for every trade, for every pip, you have $10. That is sweet if your capital can contain it. If your capital can contain it, that is sweet. So if you do 70 pips, that is $700. That's what it means. But then not everybody can trade with standard lot 1. It is all about capital and risk appetite. Because you can have huge capital and still not have the appetite to lose or to stage that kind of lot size. So I've seen people that have $10,000 in their account and they are still trading with 0.05, 0.03, 0.02. Now, risk appetite differ. But someone like me, I'm more of the risk seeker type of trader. So, but then we don't have the same risk appetite and the same capital. But I hope you understand the lot size thing again now. So I want to be sure I have all the question answers. So Mr. Bidemi Emmanuel, I believe I've been able to answer your question. So give an example of lot size. I've done that. It has unnecessary information, and that's what I used to verify my account. Okay, good. Thank you, Mr. James. Mr. Tayo, I think you are the only one that is not getting the audio, but don't worry, it's recorded. You can always watch over and over again. Now, you ask if you have $1,000, how many trades can I place? It depends on your lot size. Exactly, that is the right answer. If you are trading on 0.02, I'm sure you can take a lot, and then not just about your lot size. So if you have if you are trading on 0.02, you can obviously take a lot of trades. But then if you take a trade and then it has taken so much of your capital, let's say in loss, you might not be able to take a new trade. So the system will automatically tell you cannot take insufficient fund. So you will start, but then basically on a practical note, it all depends on your lot size. So let me give a very funny example. You have a capital of $1,000, unless you are using a standard lot of 1. And you have a trade go 50 pips against you. So we are talking about $500 already in danger zone. So you might not be able to take so much trade anymore. So it's just an example, because once you enter a trade and the trade is going in your favor, you will see that your equity starts getting increased. So money coming into your account, it's just that you've not closed it, it cannot join your balance, but it's already in your equity. But then if it is going against you, you see that your equity starts reducing, even though your balance is not changing. So the quick answer to your question, Mr. Bidemi, is that how many trades can I take $1,000? It means the quick answer is it depends on your lot size. That's it. So somebody says, how long does withdrawal takes from Vinance? Let me quickly clarify that. If you are talking about withdrawal for closing matrix, referral bonus, I want to be sure that that's what you're saying. But somebody else might be thinking, maybe you make a trade and you win. If you make a trade and you want to withdraw your money, Binance is not the one to pay you. It is your broker that you withdraw from. So, but then let me answer this question now. How long does it take to withdraw from Binance? It is very simple. It doesn't take much. Well, you just need to make sure that your withdrawal has been placed before the next Monday before you. So let's say you have money in your account that you need to withdraw now. You can still place the withdrawal today, tomorrow. But then by Monday morning, every withdrawal that is in the system is paid out on Monday. So if you place the withdrawal on Tuesday, you will have to wait till the next Monday. We intentionally did it that way. We intentionally did that so that it will not be cumbersome. Everybody can look forward to a particular day. I hope you understand. So you can make your withdrawal, push it to us at any point in time, but be sure that your payment will be made on Monday. So once your payment is not in the system, waiting for system to integrate it before Monday morning, or let me say before Sunday 12 in the night, you have to wait till the next Monday. So, but you can place your withdrawal anytime, but just know that your money comes in Mondays. I hope I've answered that question. So you are asking that what is the recommended lot size for $1,000? Okay, by recommendation, I would say you shouldn't exceed 0.0507, just on a conservative note, or a very conservative note. Because one thing we are also trying to also get across is, please note that capital preservation is more important than any promise of gain. It is important that you have your capital in hand than to risk it because you think you will make more money. Because if you still have your capital intact, you can still enter market tomorrow. The market is not going to go anywhere. This market has been existing before any of us was born, and it will keep existing unless countries or nations stop existing. Do you understand? So the market is not going anywhere. There will always be opportunities in the market. So we don't, and the market will always be there. But then if you waste, if your capital is not with you, you might not always have the opportunity to enter the market. So the capital is more like the passport you will use to cross into the country of the market. So it is very conservative. You stay with something that you know that you'll be able to manage the account well. So on a quick one, 0.5 to 0.7 is a conservative figure, lot size to stay. But if you want to push the limit, you can do some more, but then you just have to be. And I recommend that people do. Yes, exactly. 0.05, yes, it's better for 1 to yes. And I recommend that you stay on one lot size all through, so that it is easy to calculate your profit and many other reasons. Because some people just move between lot size. For this trade, they will do 0.02. For another, they will do 0.07. Because they feel this trade will do more than this trade. You can never tell which trade will do more than which other one. Because the one you are thinking will go far, might not even do anything. They might just be ranging with all those small candlesticks that will just make you get tired of the market. And the one you think will not go will just pick up and start going as if, So it's just okay to just stay with one lot size. So if you want to stay with 0.05, stay with it all through your trading day or trading week. Maybe when you now have a bigger account, you can now uniformly increase your lot size and use it across all your trade again. So I know people do it and they get away with it, but I don't really, on a standard level, stay with a uniform trade lot. If you're okay with 0.05, use it all through. If it is 0.01, use it all through. 0.02, use it all through. Now, I don't recommend you to do anything less than 0.02. You know why? I will say 0.01, but the reason I say 0.02 is because when you need to take partial profit and you are using 0.01, how do you take partial profit in 0.01? That's the only reason. If not for that, I will have said, depending on a very small. So if you have an account of 200, 250, 300, whatever it is you have, and you want to use the minimum lot required, do 0.02. When the market has moved a little bit in your favor and you need to take profit, you can take profit 0.01 and then you leave 0.01 lots in the market to go further. At least you've been able to lock in some profits. So, if there are any other questions so that I can answer it before we call it a day? So that means 0.05 is better for one trade. Please help me explain the best way to place a trade for TP1, TP2, TP3 using 0.05 lot. Okay, let me quickly explain that. Now, there are two ways I love to do that. Once I'm sure that this entry point is sure, or this trade is sure, now I can enter the same trade 3 times. And once they reach the take profit, once they reach the take profit, I close one. I don't have to. Once they reach the profit 2, I close the other and I leave the 3. Now that's method 1. Method 2, you can enter at one position. Once it reach the first take profit, now you go to you click and hold your MetaTrader or whatever it is you press on the screen, and it will close trade or something. Now, instead of you clicking close trade just to confirm it before the sound that normally comes sounds, you will see that after you have clicked close trade, you will see the lot size, everything will come again. You will now reduce the lot size. Just use the the button that will show underneath to reduce it. So, for example, the trade is on 0.05 and you already hit the profit one and you want to take partial profit. Now you click close trade, then it brings the page for the lots and the chart and all of that, and then you now, instead of clicking close and then the whole thing will close, you will now go to the lot size and reduce it. So from 0.05 you can reduce it to 0.03. That means you are taking 0.02 off the market. That is what it means. So once you reduce it to 0.03, you now click close. So the market will close, you will take some profit, and you will still have that trade running with 0.03. So once you reach take profit 2, you do the same and reduce it to 0.01. So that means you are taking 0.02 off the market, you are leaving 0.01. And so you will have that trade going on also with the lot size of 0.01. And once you reach the third take profit, you will just close normally. And then the trade will be off. Have I been able to explain, sir? Mr. Bidemi Emmanuel. So also for you to be able to understand this very well, there's a video at your back end that explains partial profit. So you can, if you don't understand what I've explained, that video demonstrated it. You can see how the whole thing moves, and then you'll be able to understand well. But I believe you should be able to grab what I've said so far. Any other question or any other thing to clarify? Any other one? Any other one? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. So in the absence of further question, I want to say thank you very much for making time today to join us in this meeting. We have subsequent ones. We have ones that are scheduled and unscheduled, just to make sure that we are getting better. We'll have meetings that are scheduled and unscheduled, just to make sure that we are getting better. But then we want to be able to keep up with this weekly meeting so that we can do. Now, I would love to review the trade for the week, but then we've not yet put everything together. But come Monday, we'll be able to do a review of what the trade we had last week, and we'll see how much pips we're able to bag. And then looking forward to a very awesome trade week starting on Monday. A lot of things were overbought and oversold last week, so we expect a lot of free fall and a lot of skyrocketing next week. So it's going to be a beautiful week, a very beautiful one, the one that is filled with a lot of pips and profits. So I would say stay profitable and then make sure that you are earning big and you are becoming bigger every day. See you at the top of the topmost top. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. This video is recorded and will be uploaded to your back end very soon, so you can always rewatch and get the best out of it. Thank you so much. Good night and have a very awesome weekend. And big, be big.